Today's June 3rd. The last time I published a video regarding the RX-7 was on December 28th. Last time I posted any video regarding a personal car was on February 3rd. I have some explaining to do. Okay, I have good news and I have bad news. We're gonna have the veggies first. Bad news is I no longer have the RX-7. To the very few people that have subscribed to me for RX-7 videos, I'm sorry. Also, more bad news, I don't have the TL either, but there's good news for that. Now the good news is I sold the RX-7 because I needed to get more money to do things that I actually do. My girlfriend Meg and I actually work as a photographer, filmographer, and we just needed better equipment, and we both needed equipment, and at the time having a project car didn't make sense. The good part about that is I now have another project, and also the TL is not mine, but it's still in the family. So if there's still ever any questions regarding the TL, I can still show it physically because it'll still be within the family, given my sister is home. So I feel like there's been this weird trend lately where I like jump from one car to the next, and why am I overexposed? And that is totally not the case. Sometimes life just does not work out for me because I am poor. You know, you gotta make do sometimes, you gotta prioritize things. But that doesn't stop the fact that I am still passionate about cars, and I still love to work on cars. What I'm about to show you is a keeper. This has a lot of sentimental value to me. For the longest time I've wanted this platform, but I was never able to afford it. But this has been a dream platform for about 6-7 years. I've wanted it since the first model of it came out. This is I would consider it the second model, but still the first gen of the second model. To everyone that subscribed because of the RX-7, I am so sorry. Because I know this might be a platform that the rotor enthusiasts might not like so much, and it's not your thing, but it's something I love. Bang! I got a Z. Yes. Last time when I introduced the RX-7, there were a lot of things that I mentioned that I did on the RX-7 to get it into good running conditions that I did not document. This time I will not be making that mistake, and also because this time I am 100,000% sure that I'm keeping this. This has been a car that I've wanted for a long time. I want to make it how I envision it, so I cannot wait to see it change. And also this time, I'm not gonna make any moves until the camera's on. I am going to document every single portion of it, no matter how minuscule it is, whether it's an oil change or installing parts that will help it for its purpose that I want it. So before I started making any videos regarding what I'm gonna do to this car, I wanna take it on a drive to see what I do and what I do not like about the car as is before I move forward. Also, I'm gonna apologize in advance for the bad audio that's about to happen. But right now, I don't have any housing for this camera so that I can run my lapel mic through it and attach it onto me. So I apologize about that in advance. Blind spots are crazy in this car. Can't see nothing. So right off the bat, this has been something that's been bothering me about the car since I got it back, or brought it back home with me, and it's that the transmission makes this car sound like a truck. Yeah, and at first that really bothered me because I didn't know whether that was a flywheel pressure plate clutch problem or if it was something else. And reading up on the forums, a lot of people say that the sound is very common in the OEM clutch, and especially if someone adds in a lightened flywheel, it sounds like a F250. A lot of people suggested that a good solution for that sound is either adding, flushing the car out and putting new transmission fluid in it, or might have to replace the pressure plate and flywheel. One of the first things I really like to do on cars that that I consider foreign, which is not mine, is that I like to flush it out completely. Put new oil fluids, or filter, tranny fluids, diff fluids, maybe even the brake fluids, just to break those bolts and get it all flushed out, get it all fresh, because you don't know what this car has been through. I mean, focus for this car is actually just to get it dialed in. The car feels solid. The gears are notchy, it sticks, it's easy to shift. It could definitely be better. I ordered some Redline transmission fluid for this car. It's gonna be a mix of MTL and M90. Gonna mix it and pump 3.5 quarts into it. I think that was the recommended amount. I'm running Redline all around except the engine fluids. There will be a video on me flushing out this entire car. That I will also do is restore these headlights. These headlights are yellow. They are so fogged up. This car is so fun. I am so happy that I got this. Interesting story. I've wanted this car since the 350 came out. When I had to give away one of my first cars, because my sister had just gotten her license, the first car that I went to go look at was actually a 350. By the time I was too young, the insurance would have been too high, and the car was brand new. And when brand new Z's run for a lot, they run for quite the top dollar. So it's been a long time coming. This has definitely been a dream platform. So much that the other day when I went up to Nissan to get certain things for this car, I was surrounded by GTRs, but none of them fazed me. I'm just happy that I have a Z. This may not be a new Z, this may not be the best condition Z there is, but it's my Z, and I love it. This car is so solid. With a little bit of hunting, a little bit of patience and work, it'll be pristine again. I cannot wait to see this car change. So as I mentioned earlier, this car is a little bit of a work in progress. There are things that need to be done to it so that it's all dialed in and ready to be worked on. I know the brake pads are gonna have to be changed. My fluids just came in. That will be saved for another day. I'll show you what fluids I'm using for the transmission and what fluids I'm using for the differential. The engine oil is gonna be standard. Again, I'm like really new to this platform, so I'm learning as I go. The headlights needs to be fixed. The plastic frame, it's on the lower end where the oil cooler is mounted on. That and the washer fluid tank, I might just delete the washer fluid tank because I really don't need washer fluid. But I really need to replace that like plastic frame because that's where the little oil cooler is going to be mounted, and I do have plans of installing an aftermarket oil cooler that I've been looking at for a while now. My main goal for this car is to make it a street car, but a pretty street car. I want to take care of it. I don't want it to be busted. I don't want it to look like a piece of crap that like races well. I want it to be fun to drive and looks pretty. Kind of drawing inspiration from like Adam LZ's 240. This car for sure is gonna be kept, and I'm extremely grateful and happy to have this platform now. I'm going to work on it to the best of my abilities, to whatever my financial standards can handle. Right now I'm just more focused on working out the kinks to get it to drive well. I want it to drive well first before I do anything to it. Safety first. There it is. The new project is the 370Z, and that one is here to stay. That is my dream car, and that is something I've been wanting to own for the longest time, and I really want to grow with it. I really want to make something out of it. I'm sorry to everyone that was more excited about the RX-7 or people that were more excited about the TL, but this is what I have now. I hope everyone enjoys this as much as I do, because I'm going to keep doing things that I enjoy. I'm going to keep doing things that I love, and this is where my passion is. With that being said, I'm sorry about the abruptness of everything. We're basically almost not even halfway through the year yet. So the promise will be kept. At the end of this year, we will see where I get once I just kind of put my mind to things and get things to work. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to learning about this car. Any feedback would be great. I'm down to learn about anything and everything because I don't know anything. I love it when things are organized. Yeesh. Nasty jank car.